Test, test, test. Right, here we are at Bathurst, or as they are calling it now, the Mountain Panorama. It's, I don't know, it's about my 6th race here. I started off a disaster, but as you can see, I've worked my way up, and because I'm racing during the daytime now, I may have just got into a crowd of people that are kind of my level. So qualified 3rd. I think my qualifying time was 2:05, which is a pretty respectable time. Top guys are getting 2:02s. Although it turns out that in a race you can't get anywhere near your qualifying time. Even the top guys don't seem to get anywhere near their qualifying time. I very luckily managed to get past this guy on the 2nd corner. And now we're going up the hill into the twisty bit. Now I still haven't figured out how to optimally take this corner. I'm very bad at that corner, that's where I lose a lot of time. But from here I'm okay. And I'm okay through the next section here. This is an insane roller coaster, and there are a lot of people much faster than me. For example, you'll probably see this guy behind me catch up to me here, because I'm just a little bit wary. I tend to often go off to the right here onto the grass. Now the next section is also probably one of the hardest sections of this course. The good thing is no one can really overtake you because it's so tight, unless you are really slow or hit the wall. But this guy in front of me, Danil Dek, is a Russian guy. He's pretty fit, and I'm not quite up to sniff with him. He's a second, nearly 2 seconds off from me, and looks like that's just going to increase. Now in this race we'll typically pit. The top guys tend to pit on the 4th lap. I pit on the 5th lap. I've even managed to pit on the 6th lap, and due to a miscalculation, finish off with an extra lap of petrol in my tank. And one other thing about this particular race is because I'm right at the front, there's not so much chaos. Like if you're at the back or in the middle, you tend to get involved in a lot of chaos on this track. There's not a lot of room for overtaking. Now this corner, the first corner, is surprisingly tricky to get right. I've seen top guys getting it wrong there. And there's been more than one race where on the first lap, and that's the first corner, I screwed up and go into the dirt and end up last. Discovered a trick now about this game is that when you do go into the dirt, hit the barrier, just hold down the brakes and it'll put you back on the track. And it's much quicker than trying to get yourself back on the track. That corner is also styling corner. If you're really good, you can go through here full gas. You can see I'm just slightly going off the gas there. It is possible to go through there full pull, but then you've got to get onto the brake as soon as you hit the apex of that corner. Also here, if you're going really fast, you can get into 4th. This is the BMW M6 here. I've seen other guys in 5th there already. I like to go in a high gearing through here, and then up to 5th here. Take it easy through here because it's so easy to get out of shape there. Whack it down to 4th, whack it down to 3rd, whack it down to 2nd, whack it down to 1st here. Now some people go over the grass there. Most of the top guys go over the grass there. I'm just a little bit wary. I like to stay on the track. I've also been paying attention lately to my driver's ranking, my sportsmanship ranking, because I noticed it's quite cool to have a good sportsmanship ranking. You seem to get into races with other people of similar ranking. Like I spent a lot of time in the past racing against guys who were slamming into me, bashing me off the track, and you kind of get sucked into that and you want to bash them back. And you can see that my sportsmanship's rating just went up, possibly from a B to an A. And it's nice to be in a race with guys that are not bashing you around. Now, what I tend to do is if someone's coming up fast behind me, I will generally give them space to take me. Unless I feel they've got a similar speed to me and there's areas where I'm actually faster than them, then I'll try to block them and get away from them if possible. So this guy's still pulling away from me here. I think it's going to look like that pretty much to the end of the race. Right, here we are on the last lap. Had a bit of trouble pushing the button on the PlayStation controller on the DualShock while I was using my steering wheel, so I ended up in pause mode. But but this is it. I'm coming in for my highest ever finish in this particular race, which is second. I have won a race before in Group 3 in a Hurricane Lamborghini, a car that I typically used to hate, but I like this BMW. I think the next car I'm going to try is also going to be a BMW, but it's a McLaren collaboration, the McLaren F1 BMW, which just came out yesterday. So that's it, I managed to get second. I'm very proud of that one. That is indeed a tricky track, difficult track. What track isn't difficult? Thanks for watching.